Hey guys, not really sure where I'm posting this, but how's it going? How you doing? If you're new to my channel, guys, I'm Heather. Life's a mess. I'm gonna put on a light. I look like shit, bro. Oh, life of an autoimmune woman. So, I wanted to make this video just to update you guys. Oh, indigestion, sorry. Keep you guys informed of what's going on, a gist of it anyway. So, if you guys are paying attention, we all know I have a shit ton of autoimmune. I have scleroderma, actually diffuse scleroderma, neuromyelitis optica, which is like MS on crack and steroids. I'm not even kidding. And it's rare, like super rare, more rare than scleroderma, and that says something. I have lupus, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up going to the hospital last weekend due to, oh my God, my chest. Like, it sucked. So I want to state something that my feet have been swollen for 8 to 9 months. No, I'm not pregnant, guys. It's just the way it worked out. So my arch would swell up a storm. Like, my Achilles was like freaking insane. Nobody knew how to help me or fix me, blah, blah, blah. They knew every time I tried to breathe in, I couldn't get to like the bottom lobe. Because you know when you take deep breaths, you know when you take a big one. And you know I was having wicked restless leg syndrome. My legs are swollen. But because I gained weight, they wanted to blame that instead of actually doing their job. So, see, even my autoimmune doctor always says, don't ever think it's just autoimmune. You got to look at the bigger picture. I'm normally an athlete. I'm normally somebody who's hyperactive. And if the 1 year something's up, so I was definitely a scleroderma flare-up, but because of my SED rate and finding out, guys, genetic testing shows that I have lupus anticoagulant genetic disorder, which means it is found a lot more in lupus patients, but they've noticed in more recent 10-year studies that anybody can really have it, but it is mainly found in lupus patients. And I'm a lupus patient. So now I have to get my kids genetically tested because I don't want them suffering the way I do. Hell no. Is it scary that I can die at any moment? Yes. I can't wrap my head around it yet, so I'm more worried for my kids than anything. And I've had a hard life, guys. It's been one struggle right after fucking another. It's been a whole bunch of shit. So hard to fucking breathe, bro. So they told me don't do the worst thing you could do is just lay around and do nothing when this happens. They said do what you can to your limit. So because you can get blood clots even if you have no genetic disorder. Even if you guys can literally, if you're a retail worker, you can get blood clots. Standing on your feet too long causes it. Sitting down too long can cause it. Like anything can cause blood clots. Anything. And I feel like there's not enough awareness. There isn't. Because for somebody who's really in touch with the medical university, like world, and like I try to really educate myself on things, they're like, oh, blood clots are rare. Homegirl. Boy, no, it's not. I looked it up. It's actually super common. Millions of Americans get it every year. Millions. Birth control can cause it. Thanks, birth control. Appreciate you. So it was like so many things against me at once. But ladies, get off the damn birth control. What's her name? Haley, you know, Justin Bieber's wife. She ended up with a TIA, which is like a mini stroke, from her birth control. And people don't realize how dangerous things are. If you get any surgery, you can get a blood clot. If you're pregnant or give birth, no matter what, C-section, it doesn't matter, you can get a blood clot. Like, you even look wrong at your body, you can get one. It's so insane. I was reading this, I was like, why did doctors sit here and lie to you saying it's rare? Maybe because people get paranoid? But I'd rather prevent than to let my body just die out of randomness because I was uneducated. So, unfortunately with me, it's because I had so many autoimmune diseases and a genetic disorder I didn't know I had, which was a new one. It's a lot. So, I just want more awareness out there. There needs to be. There needs to be. Like, if you're sitting down longer, guys, than like an hour and a half, get the fuck up. And go walk around your house, do some light housework for like 20 minutes or so. You know, get off your butt and go do something. If you're standing too long, put up your legs, elevate them. You know, there's simple like exercises, which I'm going to make a total video on exercises to prevent. Because I actually got all this stuff from Johns Hopkins, Mayo, and somewhere else, which I only trust them, I'm going to be real. But guys, my feet swelling, you guys all know how much I suffered from my feet. All of my longtime watchers know that Every time I stood, my feet would swell up like a freaking balloon. I didn't know that was a blood clot, but my primary said she had an inkling, but, you know, she didn't test me? Bruh, what the fuck? You just leave me hanging? I could have died. My God, just do nods, man, I'm telling you. So I need awareness out there. How I do it for dentures, autoimmune. I do it for everything that makes me up inside the mind of a diva. That's my second channel. If it's on this, then I'm already on here. I want awareness. People need to be aware of this shit because they can prevent it, or if they know the signs. My signs were not typical signs. They weren't. I mean, I'm an autoimmune patient. My foot swelling wouldn't be the first. And my hands, because I have scleroderma swelly hands. But what I felt, it felt like I had like the worst gas bubbles in God's creation in my chest. And you know how like you can have a hard, painful gas bubble that comes up, but then you burp it out? Well, no, it would come up to here and then firework off in pain. And then my left rib was swollen. I also have paludruzi, which, whatever. Why not? But I have clots in all my lungs. More in my left than my right, but I do have quite a bit in my right. A lot in my left. But it's like people don't, even when I found, I'm like, bro, my whole life I've been active and on the go. And yeah, I stood on my feet for like 13, 14 hours a day. And I was so active because I figured that could prevent it. And even when I was swollen and stuff, I'd still find a way to stay active. I'd still do my ankle exercises and my toe exercises and my hands. And like, I always try to stretch things out because that could save your life. Especially for autoimmune patients, even anybody. If you have trauma from, like, say, you know, football, contact sports, tennis, whatever, it doesn't matter. Your body naturally does anti-inflammation, but you'll still get swelling, and that can narrow the veins. Like, there's so much. Oh my God. I'm getting tired. So it's still the first week of me going through this. It'll actually be a week Saturday night. Actually, the pain started about a week ago already. I'm just glad I'm able to walk again. And it mind boggles me that all these months I've had blood clots. Like, I could have died, bro. And I know my kids are scared. I know they're terrified because, let's face it, I'm their only real mom and dad. And I always put them first. And it's just, I don't know. It bothers me because my primary flat out said I had a feeling. So why didn't you do testing? That's the point of freaking damn testing, bro. You could have did blood work. Blood work alone would show if you have a pulmonary embolism. Like, Jesus freaking Lord. I don't know. I have a funny feeling some of my doctors are going to tell me to get new doctors for other things, but I'm trying not to overdo it because I still want to stay active. The worst thing you can do is when you get blood clots is to just lay there. I mean, that's what causes blood clots, boo-boo. You can't do that. I also, which I'm going to figure out where the hell my husband got this. I know it was on Amazon, but it was like 10 months ago he got this for me because I was having leg problems then. The boots that you put on, their compression and their air circulation of your legs. All my ladies that have had C-sections out there, you know the boots they put on you for circulation? Yeah, it's those. It wasn't expensive either. So I highly recommend everybody get that. Just saying. I got a card from somebody. But I just wanted to make this short video, guys, to let you know that I'm still hanging in there. I'm in a lot of pain. Breathing's not my friend, but I do meditation. Because if you do yoga, breathing, it actually benefits your lungs amazingly. I'm trying to, nope. Get off. Sorry guys, trying to open up something. But, oh, Britt. I love Britt. Thank you, girl. You know, I gotta say, out of all my followers and now my friend, Britt always sends me cards and always does things that's so freaking sweet. So Britt, if you ever see this, thank you for the card. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna go hang it up on my thing, like with all of your other cards. All of her cards are just all over my section. But Even when you think something couldn't happen to you guys, it can. And it might. Don't let it consume you. Because anybody could die at any moment. You don't know. And is that scary? Yeah, it is scary. It is. Because you would hope to live for a long age, and I'm afraid mine's going to end up short. And I feel more for my kids. Because if I was in their shoes, I'd be devastated. But you can't let life, what you go through, rule you. Just do what you best you can for your health, your well-being. Help others so they're aware of it to save their life. Because to me, I'm like, it's another thing that just keeps happening. And I'm like, all these months, this is what my problem was. And they're like, oh, it's because you gained weight. If I one time gained weight, maybe you should have sat and thought, what's causing it? Frickin' A. By the way, the second I started blood thinners, I lost 8 pounds. Insane, right? Yeah, Okay, I'm salty. I gotta get off. But I love you guys. Please stay safe and healthy. Have an equal balance of sitting and standing, because it can ruin your life. And I'm going to show you guys exercises eventually in a video, things that you can do to benefit yourself. You don't have to go crazy in exercising. Just simple walking 30 minutes a day, or, you know, like every 15 minutes, like if you sit down for an hour, get up for 15, 20 minutes and just exercise, like do stretching or light cleaning or alternate it all. Just have a healthy balance. And hydrate is so important. Actually, people who do not drink enough water can actually have this happen to you, because you're making your blood thicker and stickier and your platelets. So drink, hydrate. Your body needs it, guys. I drink a lot of water, so I know that ain't my problem. I drink, and I'm not kidding, this is 32 ounces. I drink 4 to 6 of these a day. It ain't hydration. So, I don't know. I hope everything works out, guys. But do what you can for your health. Don't ever think things won't happen to you. Don't. I've seen too many people do that. Too many people are like, oh, that won't happen to me. I blah, blah, blah. Great. I was one of the most athletic people in the world. Always on the go. I constantly got yelled at by everybody around me. But like, sit down. I'm ADHD. Leave me alone. And OCD. But the 1 year I couldn't. The 1 year I was suffering and struggling, and the pain. Like, looking back on that year was the hardest year of my life. That was rough. And I don't want anybody to go through that. So do what you guys can for your health, and don't ever think things won't happen to you, because it will. And it can. But please take care of yourselves, guys. Please. You gotta think to yourself, this can happen. Anything can cause this. Anything. And I'm tired of doctors saying, oh, it's rare. It's not rare. It's actually freaking mad common. And I'm not even going to tell you the statistics of death of it, because I don't want to scare people. But please be safe, guys. Please be safe and take care of you. I love you guys. Later.